What's up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast.
I'm here too.
He's here too. I'm your host, the Hot Commodity NC, joined by my own Hot Commodity,
And
B. And we are covering WWE Wrestlemania Night 1.
And as Stephanie would say, welcome to WrestleMania!
Yeah, she emphasizes it a lot.
She does a Vince. That is like Vince DNA pouring out of her pussy.
She needs to. She's like, this is from my father.
She thinks she's her dad.
Well, I mean, she's definitely fucking McMahon, so. But yes.
Do you think Stephanie McMahon likes A1 sauce?
I know her mother does. A1, they use it in all the schools. Actually, they don't.
Not to be confused with AI.
They don't use A1 in all the schools. I work at a school, and we don't have A1 steak sauce there. So, Linda, get on it.
No, you guys use hot sauce.
Ooh. For what?
Never mind.
I'm dumb. It went right over my head. What?
On everything.
Okay. Thank you for telling me that. Oh, you're a little mischievous Gran. And just whispered something to me because he doesn't want the world to know. But anyway,
I need to know. Tell me, baby girl.
He's a great singer too.
Yeah. Okay. So WrestleMania 41, Night 1, Saturday, starts with Yeet Mania.
Well, where are they from first? So they're in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. What stays in Vegas? What happens in Vegas? Stays in Vegas.
Yes, it does. And you were just saying,
and hopefully this. Never mind. Go.
All right. WWE World Champion Gunther defending against Jey Uso to start.
Gunther.
Uso comes out with almost like a sport cheerleading squad. They have flags.
There's cheerleaders from the Las
Raiders.
Vegas Raiders. Yep.
Yep, and they're all cheering on Uso as he makes his entrance to WrestleMania. The arena.
And he's got the flag team too, and the cheerleaders.
Yeah,
and the flags all say.
What did you think of the arena? The setup of the stage?
It was cool. I liked it a lot. Actually, I think I like it better than last year.
Last year was kind of just the X and the L, right?
Yeah.
I liked how it was kind of Vegas themed. It was almost and there was elevators kind of when they would come out.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool. I like that.
And those long LED screens that hang from the ceiling, those actually came down for Roman Reigns' entrance.
Oh,
we'll talk
cool.
about that later. Remember it showed
the Samoans, yes. Well, basically, this is a back and forth match.
And if you notice quick on night 2, those screens are way up because they don't use them.
Okay. Look at that detective stuff here. So it's a good back and forth between Gunther and Jey to start. Gunther slaps Jey Uso. Jey lands a Hurricane Rana, a spear, and an Uso splash for a 2. Gunther grabs the title and goes to leave, but Jey dives onto Gunther.
Jey said,
he goes to dive, but then Gunther hits Jey with the title, hits a flying splash for a 2 count. Jey powerbombs Gunther, lands a super kick twice, a spear, 3 Uso splashes with the third one connecting to the back of Gunther.
He should have done 4, one from each ring post.
Yeah, and then Jey applies a sleeper on Gunther, and Gunther taps out, and we have a new WWE World Champion in Jey Uso. After the match, Jey Uso comes out and celebrates with Jey. We all knew that Jey was going to win here, but what were your thoughts of the match?
Okay, it was a good match, and I liked it, but the ending was absolutely terrible. When I tell you he tapped out in under 10 seconds, it was under 10 seconds. Jey put that on. He put on the chokehold. They hit the floor, and probably 3 seconds later, Gunther taps out. It was not believable at all. And it would have made the moment for him to be laying there on the ground choking him out for 2 minutes. I would have rather seen that. It wouldn't have even been boring. That would have been the moment of WrestleMania. Gunther's struggle, and he should have at least pushed him off at least one time, and he should have grabbed him again. That struggle would have made Jey Uso man.
Looked stronger, yeah.
And
it
was
made
terrible.
Gunther look a bit weak. I get like
I don't even think it made Gunther look weak. I think it made it look fake.
I think I was listening to people and they were saying that they feel like the same way you feel, but that he tapped because his back was in a lot of pain and he just wanted to just. But
yeah, he did just go through the announce table.
But
right before that, so
when?
yes, but still, I think it should have at least been like.
He didn't go through an announce table.
No. Oh, okay.
He took like 4 spears. I'm sorry, 4 Uso splashes.
Okay.
But I agree with you. It did make it look dumb. But I guess we'll see what Jey Uso does with the World Championship.
Yeah, and also when Jimmy and Sammy. Oh no.
That's not Raw. Yeah, we'll get there.
Whoopsie.
It's okay. Next up, we have.
But it was still cool to see Jimmy come out and hand Jey the title. That was cool.
That was cool. I thought Jimmy was going to turn.
Yeah.
We have the WWE World Tag Team Champions, the War Raiders, defending against the New Day.
I do think Jimmy will be the eventual cause
of him losing the title. Yeah.
Sorry.
New Day come out like in this like weird, almost like Giant Gonzalez-esque like body here, sort of like outfit, and the Warriors come out. I guess the match was sponsored by Clash of Clans, so they came out in like weird like Viking helmet gear they normally don't wear. But anyways, Ivar hits a Doomsday Assault to Kofi Kingston. Xavier Woods breaks it up. The New Day hit the Daylight Stomp to Eric, and Xavier Woods holds Kofi Kingston's foot while Kofi pins Eric. And the New Day are 12 times tag team champions here.
God for the New Day.
I thought this was a pretty decent tag match. The War Raiders were impressive. They landed like a crossbody to Kofi against the railing. And the New Day run off with the title.
That fat one in the War Raider, he was doing backflips and somersaults and
Eric,
shit.
Yeah.
He's fucking, at his size, that's amazing.
Yep. That's the one that liked one of my tweets. He's awesome.
Oh,
Respect to Eric. What did you think of the match of the New Day as champions?
It was good. I kind of feel like, I'm not a fan of the New Day, not because they're heel, just in general. But I do feel like they should be the champions right now because they're doing a good job of being heel. And it makes it a little more interesting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next up, we see Naomi.
There's a storm coming.
There is. Jade Cargill taking on Naomi next. Naomi lands an X Factor on the floor from the apron, which looked pretty cool. Naomi then slams Jade into the ring steps and lands a blockbuster on the floor. Jade hits a jackhammer and a fallaway slam. Naomi hits a super bulldog and a split leg moonsault for a 2. But Jade ends up landing a modified power bomb and a Jaded. And Jade Cargill defeats Naomi here at WrestleMania. It was a decent match between the two with the rivalry they had. What do you think?
I liked the match and everything, but I think it would have made it more interesting for Naomi to win. Because I'm not sure if it's going to go anywhere from here now that Jade beat her. You know what I mean?
Jade had a nip slip too as she was walking up the ramp.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. But
leaving or coming?
Leaving,
too?
but it was like you could see it was like covered up like her nipple by the nip pads.
Yeah, they all had to. I saw a picture earlier with one of them with tape on or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I definitely like. Well, it would have been cool if they fought before Mania and Naomi won, and then it would have been okay for Jade to get the win here. But it's not really cool for like a rival to happen and the face wins right away. Like it's like, oh, okay.
Well, maybe there's more to it. Like maybe Bianca is going to be the one who's behind it, and that's going to be the actual. Maybe. Because Naomi came out and was like, "I want to talk about what happened," and Bianca's like, "Let's not do this. Let's not do this."
Yeah. Oh, I definitely think that's coming, but yeah.
I did it for you, Bianca. Next up, we have WWE United States Champion LA Knight defending against Jacob Fatu here. LA Knight comes out in a nice looking car. Jacob Fatu comes out wearing like a Wolverine looking mask. LA lands a super belly to belly for a 2 count. Jacob Fatu goes for a moonsault, but LA Knight lands a BFT, but Jacob kicks out at a 2. Jacob hits a senton to the back of LA Knight on the top rope and then lands 2 moonsaults. And Jacob Fatu is the new WWE United States Champion. After the match, Haku comes out and shakes Jacob's hand. What'd you think of Jacob Fatu becoming the new U.S. Champion?
Oh, it was the only way to go. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's weird. I kind of get, like, Uncle Howdy Wyatt 6 vibes from Jacob Fatu.
Like he's going to join them?
No, just, like, I don't know. He kind of, like, gives me that same feeling. Like,
he's interesting to
like
you?
Creepy, kind of, like, but interesting. Yeah, I don't know. But, yeah,
LA Knight was good in the match, too, though.
He was. Yeah, I like Jacob needs to be like. They talk about how scary he is. I think he could like be a little more scary, to be honest. Like, I think he could be a little more like, and so, but you know, it's cool how they cheer for him, and he's a bad guy. And it's like he's really not like they cheer for the bad guy, but like he's really bad because he's like part of a stupid Timu bloodline, which is like they're all like corny bad, but like people still like him.
I do think Jacob,
I think he needs to separate himself
from the line. He definitely will, and he's a better wrestler too. I think out of all those guys
there, definitely.
And this is his first title, and he just came.
The Tonkas aren't bad, but they only have like 3 moves. I feel like with work they could be good, but you know, I haven't seen anything impressive from them yet. And Solo was I've never been a fan of him. Like they try to make it out like he's so tough, and I think I just don't see it. I think his stupid Thumb of Doom finisher is ridiculous. Stupid. Like I just
the Samoan spike.
Yeah, but I guess I'm right because they were like majorly pushing him last year at this time, actually, right after Mania, and now he made a cameo basically on Mania. Is that what they call it? Like when somebody
like
just
a
like
appearance.
Quick show, you know, and it was him walking Jacob Fatu out of Gorilla, and that was it. He didn't even come down to the ring. So
well, fuck Solo Sikoa. Next up,
I agree.
We have El Grande Americano making his WrestleMania debut.
El Grande Chad Grando.
Yep, against Rey Fenix. It was supposed to be Rey Mysterio, but Rey got injured on SmackDown. Vikingo is in the ring. Vikingo is part of AAA, which now WWE is in partnership with, or I think they own.
AAA, they own it. There's going to be a pay-per-view of NXT and AAA.
The Worlds Collide, yep. So Vikingo kicks El Grande Americano in the face before the bell starts. Grande Americano hits a reverse 450 moonsault, which was really cool looking for a 2 count. Rey hits a fire driver for a 2, and then goodbye amigo. However, Grande Americano has metal in his mask. Grande applies an ankle lock and then lands a headbutt and a flying headbutt, and El Grande Americano defeats Rey Fenix here. Basic match. I wasn't really a big fan of it. No. I think it would have been better if Rey Mysterio was in it, but
and they should, where the match went so sucky, they should have at least unmasked him.
Yeah, or did something cool or different. We'll move right along from that though. But El Grande, that inverted 450 was really cool though.
It was.
Shawn Michaels comes out and announces the attendance for night 1, which is 61,467 people. Crazy.
Yeah. And they say the night 1 they were lying about the attendance, and I think they were too. Night 1, I saw tons of empty seats, even empty rows. And they also, it showed, like, they didn't show it on TV, but people took pictures of whole sections that had canopies over the seats.
Oh, damn.
But night 2 there wasn't one empty seat in that place on night 2. It was packed.
Night 2 was lit.
But I still would say there was close to 60,000 at least.
Okay. Next, we have WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton defending against Charlotte Flair. Tiffany comes out to the ring in almost like a Barbie box.
There's 3 Barbie boxes. 2 of them are like AI. if you looked from afar, you wouldn't have been able to tell which one was really her.
Yeah.
But it was cool. Like it was like 3 Barbie boxes, her in all different outfits. And she's
Charlotte
kind of like
didn't
dancing.
have any crazy entrance, kind of. It was just basic, kind of.
They were trying to make a big deal about her pink and blue robe, and it was like not that impressive.
Big deal, yep.
And Charlotte and Tiffany like had the same outfit on, basically.
Yeah. So from the match, Tiffany back suplexes Charlotte Flair across the railing. Tiffany lands a cartwheel elbow in the corner. Charlotte applies a Boston Crab. We then see Charlotte apply a figure 4. Charlotte lands a reverse suplex to Tiffany off the top rope, and then a flying natural selection for a 2. Charlotte accidentally spears the ring post, and Tiffany slams Charlotte into the exposed corner. Tiffany hits a rolling senton, the prettiest moonsault ever, and Tiffany Stratton retains the women's championship here.
I was kind of surprised, but I wasn't at the same time. It's funny because one of the podcasters, or like something I was watching this week, they said there's 3 things in life you can depend on: death, taxes, and Charlotte Flair winning at WrestleMania, because she usually always wins. But it was nice to see Tiffany get it, and I think Tiffany deserved it. Tiffany got fucked.
Oh yeah, her two the shit. They were actually like really going at it.
Yeah, they were really hitting each other big time. I mean, Tiffany's mouth was bleeding. Like, they looked like they had been through it.
Through hell and back. Well, we've made it to our main event of night 1 of WrestleMania. We've got Seth Rollins, who comes out. He's wearing all black. The lights go out, and he's wearing all white.
Well, first of all, when he's wearing all black, he comes out with a flamethrower.
Yeah. No, the flamethrower was black, yeah. And
as the flames are going, they lit up the LEDs in flames, so it looked like he was setting the place on fire.
It was kind of dumb, though.
It was, but yeah, like
it wasn't that big. It was like a small.
Yeah, it wasn't like the one The Rock did where he set it on fire. So I think they could have definitely done something better.
Roman Reigns.
None of the entrances really were that great this year. None of them.
Reigns comes out and he's walking down, as Ian mentioned, the LED board surrounded by his Samoan ancestors.
We forgot to mention Charlotte Flair. Didn't she come out in a car?
Yeah, Charlotte came out in a car, but it was just unmemorable. That's why I forgot to.
Yeah. She came out in a what's the really expensive one? Not a Mercedes Benz, but a whatever.
But Roman's was cool because you could see his dad, his uncle, Yokozuna, Umaga, all the cool moments. And then
first we have Seth Rollins, then CM Punk.
No, Roman came out.
Oh, Roman. Okay.
CM Punk was last.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, you're the one mentioning it. Make sure you get it right. It was Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and then CM Punk.
Okay.
So then CM Punk came out with Paul Heyman, and Living Color did his entrance.
They looked like they should have been in walkers.
They were old. They did like a selfie, and Punk was wearing the same boots he wore when he did the pipe bomb in 2011.
Yeah.
And this was a very good match. They all brawl with each other to start. Seth dives onto Roman Reigns and tosses him into the ring steps. Roman leaps over the guard railing onto both CM Punk and Seth Rollins in the crowd. Roman has Seth Rollins up in the ring, and CM Punk hits a Doomsday device to Seth. Seth hits a frog splash to both Punk and Roman for a 2. And then Seth hits a buckle bomb to both Roman and CM Punk. Roman spears Punk, goes to spear Seth, but Seth lands a pedigree and a stomp.
It was cool.
That was cool. Roman kicks out of that. Roman Reigns powerbombs CM Punk through a table and does the same to Seth Rollins. Then basically Paul Heyman gets a chair, tosses it to CM Punk, and he gets into the ring, and Paul Heyman low blows his best friend CM Punk, laughs at Punk and says, "You made me choose." Paul then gives the chair to Roman Reigns. He says, "I acknowledge you." Roman hits CM Punk with the steel chair. Paul Heyman points to Seth Rollins and says, "It's yours, my tribal chief." And then as Roman goes to hit Seth with the steel chair, Paul Heyman low blows Roman Reigns, gives Seth Rollins the steel chair. Seth hits Roman in the back with a chair, hits a stomp, and Seth Rollins wins the special main event after Paul Heyman raises Seth Rollins' arm, and Paul Heyman has turned on everyone to join forces with Paul Heyman. What did you think of the main event and the outcome? We knew this was going to happen.
Yeah. Well, first of all, this match was really cool. I liked it a lot. I think this needed to happen for Seth Rollins because going into the match, he felt like a third wheel to the match. Like it seemed more like it was Punk and Roman, and this just kind of made Seth Rollins.
Yeah. Well, Seth Rollins has kind of been he's always been great, but now he's going to be pushed up against a top guy, which is really good.
And he should be a top guy.
Yeah, and especially with Paul Heyman, a lot of people are going to be looking at this and excited to see what he's going to do next. But what did you think of WrestleMania Night 1 overall?
I thought it was really good. I guess Night 2 was better, but they were definitely comparable. I didn't feel they have to do a little more on Night 2 to keep you wanting to watch, but it was the matches were decent. I wish they had incorporated legends a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked to seen
Trish. They have to do a fucking ad between every match instead of incorporating legends.
It would have been it's ridiculous. They were making fun of them. They were fucking advertising dude wipes, men adult handy wipes. Come on. Next year we're gonna see Depends ads.
Listen, I think that they're becoming all about the money, especially with them with the new show on Reel. They don't care if people know it's fake. They don't care if people know they just want money. They just want money, and that's what it's becoming. And we'll see what's going to happen. But it was a decent WrestleMania. I enjoyed it. Night 2 was good as well. But we'll be giving you a recap of that. We also have to check out NXT Stand Deliver. We haven't watched that yet.
Yeah.
And Raw, after WrestleMania, was really good. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with SmackDown. We'll be dropping that shortly to those recaps. We also have Attitude Years. We got to cover that SmackDown. We're on the road to SummerSlam 2000 with that. So a lot of stuff coming your way. So as always, make sure you subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube.
And tell your friends.
Tell your friends about it. Stay safe and stay uncensored.